Welcome to third episode of Investing Sense. In the first two episodes, we analyzed two companies, Sula Vineyards and ITC. Even though we have selected the above companies because of clean financial fundamentals and very positive future outlook, what stands out in these companies is the high profit margins they retain. High margin companies may be doing things in a more efficient way. They may be in a less competitive space with huge entry barriers, and they are ready to withstand economic downturns. Today we are analyzing another specialty chemical company with clean financials and high net profit margins, Vinati Organics Limited. Number 1. Not just chemicals but specialty chemical niche. Let me just give a brief about Vinati products. Real growth for Vinati Organics came after 2006. Before that, they had two products, IBB and ATBS. IBB was doing fairly well and was concentrated on domestic market. IBB was used in a variety of personal care products such as sunscreens, lotions. It is also used in pharmaceuticals such as anti-inflammatory drugs and antifungal agents. In food additives, IBB is used as flavoring agent and preservative. Veeral was making money in IBB during that time. The story was completely different for ATBS. ATBS started manufacturing in 2002. By 2006, as they were making losses, Vinati Organics had two options, either to shut down their operations or sell the company to a competitor. The difficulty they had faced was to manufacture ATBS of adequate quality. Impurities at ppm level can change effectiveness of the product, and end customers not ready to buy the product if the quality is compromised. But after 2006, Vinati Organics has turned the table. Stay tuned for this story in later part of this video. Before Veeral, there were only two manufacturers for ATBS globally, and they were charging a premium from customer. So when Veeral came to scene, customers were welcoming them and willing to test samples, give them trial orders. So ATBS business really took off after 2006. Similarly, IBB also backed long-term contract from a US client in 2007-2008, and their US competitor shut down business. So the sales of IBB doubled with contribution from export market. Their competitors started exiting the business as they couldn't compete on price with Veeral. Veeral became the world's largest manufacturer for ATBS and IBB. Veeral became market leaders in ATBS and IBB with more than 65% market share. In 2011, Vinati Organics Limited started manufacturing IB. IB was imported before and it was a raw material of ATBS. This was a backward integration for ATBS. Currently, Veeral is the largest manufacturer of IB in India. Veeral started manufacturing butyl phenols in 2021, again a raw material for ATBS. Currently, Veeral is only manufacturer of IB in India and they have an edge over imports. It is expected to contribute 15% of revenue of Veeral. Veeral is forward integrating from butyl phenol to antioxidants through merger of Veeral Additives Private Limited. Veeral Additives Private Limited is currently owned by promoters of Vinati Organics Limited. Vinati Organics Limited wants to amalgamate Veeral Additives under Vinati, but this is waiting for NCLT approval. Antioxidant plant of Veeral Additive was started in October 2022 and it is expected to contribute to 10% of revenue of Veeral. These are the products of Veeral, and you can see Veeral is trying to enhance the value chain by forward and backward integration. So it is not just a cyclical commoditized chemical company but a specialty chemical niche where Vinati is particularly focused on manufacturing strategic high margin chemicals. 2. Products catering to multiple applications. It is a drawback that 60% of sales of Veeral is concentrated on two products, ATBS and IBB. But these products are used in multiple applications. About 30% of ATBS application finds in oil and gas drilling. So this means for the company as a whole, about 15% of revenue are dependent on oil and gas segment. ATBS is used in personal care products, mining, water treatment, etc. IB is used in agro and pharmaceutical application. In addition, Veeral is lately developing a large number of new products. 3. Relatively stable demand. About 80 to 90% customers of Veeral are repeat customers. Veeral enters into long-term contracts with customers, and based upon their demand estimation, capacities are increased to cater the demand and maintain market leadership position. Vinati started ATBS production with 1000 ton production capacity, and now 40,000 production capacity is available. Vinati is further increasing the plant capacity to 60,000 tons. 5 to 10 year outlook for ATBS remains strong. IBB has a fairly stable demand for ibuprofen in pharmaceutical application. One Indian producer for IBB exited the market last quarter. BP and IB are raw materials for ATBS. Their demand increases as ATBS production increases. By being one of the largest manufacturers in a niche sector, Veeral is insulated to a great extent from global events. 4. Price advantages. As Veeral is largest manufacturer in the world for its products, Veeral is having the power to dictate prices. Veeral uses a formula-based pricing mechanism where raw material price increase can be transferred to customers. Thus, to a large extent, Veeral maintains margin in dollars per kg. But as Veeral is an export-oriented company with more than 60% revenue from export, they are affected by currency fluctuations and logistic fare changes. 5. Foundation ready for future growth. Vinati Organics Limited is targeting 15 to 20% volume growth every year. They are continuously seeking ways to improve their standing. In the last few years, they have developed multiple formulations with an aim to diversify. In 2021, Vinati started BP production. As Vinati is the only manufacturer in India for butyl phenol, their production is going for import substitution currently, and they will start exports shortly. While exploring new business avenues, Vinati Organics Limited found limited opportunities for new acquisition as they wanted to retain their high margin businesses. Thus, they decided to forward integrate it to antioxidant business. They have never thought about it earlier, but one day a consultant approached them with a plan for manufacture of antioxidants in which BP is a raw material. Vinati promoters started a joint venture with this expert holding 20% stake and named it Veeral Additives Private Limited. In the last 3 years, VAPL have established the technology, tested the processes, and introduced the product to customers. Now, Veeral promoters have bought the stake from expert consultant from whom they started the JV and wants to merge this business VAPL with Vinati Organics Limited. Antioxidant is a large business globally. The largest producers are BASF, SI Group, Songwon Group in Korea, Ryanlon in China. There are no producers in India as butyl phenols were not available earlier. Presently, the demand for antioxidants in India is about 10,000 metric ton, and VAPL total capacity is 24,000 tons, whereas the global demand is 3 lakh tons. From Veeral perspective, this is the best investment opportunity available out there. There is a lot of synergy as two of the pure butyl phenol Veeral is making will be completely consumed by these antioxidants itself. So it is a case of vertical integration. Secondly, AO demand has really picked up over the last 1 year, and in general there is no such a size plant of AO in India. So Vinati Organics Limited will be the only integrated AO in the sense that the raw material BP and IB are produced by Veeral itself. These antioxidants are raw material for plastic which is expected to grow at 5 to 8% year on year. There are many other antioxidants which Veeral can get into, especially the niche ones. They are low volume but high value product. Veeral Organics Private Limited is a 100% owned subsidiary of Vinati Organics Limited. Veeral is investing a capex of about 260 crores, mainly consisting of MEHQ, guaiacol, isoamylene derivatives as well as anisols. These products find use in polymerization inhibitors, flavors, fragrances, pharmaceuticals and pesticides. The plant is expected to be commissioned by end of this year around March 2024. Hence, Veeral is venturing into different businesses considering synergy, ease of integration, import substitution as major considerations. Over the past decade, Vinati Organics has experienced a six-fold surge in its sales volume. With strategic forays into new business ventures, the potential for further exponential growth in sales is in the horizon. 6. Export oriented. Veeral has been able to maintain long-term relationship with its clients over the years, with its client list including reputed companies such as Chemtal Inc., BASF Corporation, Mitsubishi Corporation, SNF, Dow Europe, among others. It is an export-oriented company with around 61% of its revenues from exports. It supplies to around 40 countries across the world, with majority exports to USA, Europe, Japan and China. 7. Better barriers. Over the last 20 years since Veeral started, they have created moats around their business which is not just restricted to intellectual property rights. They have backward integrated into IP and forward integrated into IP derivatives. They have tie-up and long-term contract with customers and will be having surplus capacity to fulfill the demand over next 3 years. There are a lot of strengths that Veeral have created around this business and are not just restricted to IP. This will act as a deterrent for new players in entering the business. 8. Dividend policy. What has made sense for Veeral is organic growth, and they keep investing in their strengths, growing horizontally or vertically. Veeral is investing its surpluses for increasing its efficiency and competitiveness. Currently, their dividend payout policy remains 20%. The idea is to keep coming up with more projects and keep investing on those. 9. Leadership. It is very rare to find a lady leader in a manufacturing company. Vinati Muthraja is the current MD and CEO of Vinati Organics Limited. She joined Vinati in 2006 when ATBS was performing very badly. Vinati Organics Limited was unable to produce ATBS with sufficient quality required by customers. Reluctant to give up, Vinati started contacting Indian scientists for help, but she couldn't get the necessary expertise from them. Then Vinati Organics took help of a foreign consultant and streamlined the plan. As Vinati started to produce ATBS at cheaper rates with increased efficiencies and quality, customers were willing to switch over and Veeral started to gain market share. The company started treading a different track after 2006, and all credit goes to leadership of Vinati Organics. Number 10. Green initiatives. Vinati Organics Limited believes that green chemistry is sustainable and is lower cost. Veeral is focusing on atomic efficiencies. Veeral has created value-added products from waste, and it helps them to compete and reduce costs further. Many foreign customers demand for ESG validation. Veeral believes one step beyond compliances will lead them more productive and competitive. In Veeral, 55% power is generated from solar. It came to the rescue when coal prices increased. IPP is the major raw material for ibuprofen, a pharmaceutical drug. Vinati Organics, which is specialized in forward and backward integration, has not ventured into manufacturing this product because the process available to make ibuprofen creates a lot of effluent, and Vinati Organics as a company wants to stay away from these kinds of products and processes. One of the filters other than ROI and synergy and strategy for venturing into new products is it has to be clean, green, non-polluting process. 11. Promoter holding. 74% of Vinati Organics Limited is owned by its promoters. Rest 13% is owned by domestic institutional investors and foreign institutional investors. Only 13% is held by public. Institutional investors' holding has increased in last 3 years. 12. Clean financials. The number one reason for selecting Vinati Organics for this analysis is the high net profit margin. The net profit margin last year is 22%. There are other favorable factors like high return on capital employed, high return on equity, low debt to equity ratio, high earning per share. Vinati Organics Limited is doing a lot of things correctly and can be a great investment opportunity. However, investors should be alert of the below red flags. 1. Financial year 2024 is not a spectacular year. Sales and profits have declined in this financial year. As per management commentary, ATBS destocking from oil and gas customers as they had overstocked in H2 2023 has affected the sales. Vinati Organics Limited is finding it difficult to sell ATBS at one hand, and on the other hand, they are expanding capacities of ATBS facilities. Let us hope that, like management commentary, they will get good demand for next 5 years. 2. Promoters pledging shares. Promoters have pledged 2.5 lakh shares of Vinati Organics Limited to provide guarantee on loan facility availed. Investors have to be a bit cautious about this. 3. Higher PE ratio. The PE ratio of Vinati Organics Limited is higher than the industry peers. This year may be a flat year for Vinati Organics Limited. Vinati's stock prices are consolidating for a long time. The company has proved its growth potential in the past and have all ingredients ready for bright future growth. It is interesting to see how the company turns around when new capacities and products in pipeline start giving result. Take the help of your financial advisors before making any investment decisions regarding purchase of this stock. Thank you.